Alright, so this is my first video documenting my journey to the top 200 leaderboard on Lichess.org for classical chess. I played this opponent today. He had about a 70 rating advantage over me. He was 2244, which is a good rating, and he's a tough opponent. He played g4. So I just played d5 against it. I don't have like a lot of information. I don't have like I've never studied the Grob and how to beat it. I just play simple moves. I will say that my plan here was actually inspired by my actually favorite chess player of all time, which is John Bartholomew, because I played against him at high school a lot, and he like helped my game a lot. So he said in a video that he likes to bring the knight to g6 against the Grob, and then it controls these squares and kind of like it has a strong point there. And I don't know if that's exactly what he said or if I'm even remembering that right, but the idea seemed right, so that's what I went for. And that's why I played e5. I wanted to be able to bring my knight to g6. So that was the plan there. See, that was 97, planning on playing knight g6. He plays d4. And this, I felt, this move I didn't feel was correct. I don't know, I don't know how good it is for me, but it just feels wrong. It feels like d4 is really strong for me. I don't exactly, his knight just has nowhere to go without me it seems like d3 is just, I wouldn't like d3 if I were white, so, and that's what I play. So yeah, it was kind of tough trying to find, see, I used a lot more time than he did in this game. We didn't have as much time as I would have liked for a classical game. I probably would have maybe played this a little better if I had more time, but I felt that I can keep a lot of tension in his position. I think obviously I make it a lot easier. I certainly am not going to take on c2 and allow him to exchange queens, and then he'll recapture that pawn for sure, and all advantage I have is gone. I don't know if I even have an advantage here, but I feel like I would prefer black here, and I feel like white is kind of strange. He's in a strange spot. I wouldn't feel comfortable as white. I would want to exchange everything down too. So I try to keep the tension there. And actually, before I played knight g6, I actually did look at f4 and wanted to play queen h4 against that. And I don't know if queen h4 is... I actually didn't see if queen h4 was too great. Like, I didn't actually see if it worked completely, but it looked like it worked enough, because I didn't have enough time to sit there and think about everything. So it was a decent amount of time because it's a classical game, but I didn't have too much time. So yeah, I saw f4, and that was my plan against it all along. And I play bishop c5 here, and at this point I just thought I was winning. I thought the game was over. I looked at it afterward, and it said the engine said this was not the right move, that I was supposed to play d takes c, but I looked at it and I still don't see why I'm supposed to play d takes c. I guess that's part of not being an elite chess player, I guess. He can't, notice here, bishop e3, I would just exchange, and when he takes, I'm just taking here. He can't, he can't play king f3 because my knight's here, so he can't. So bishop e3, take, and then I get this piece as well. So moves his king back. I'm taking here. He can't recapture the knight right now because I'm threatening mate here, obviously. So he comes here to prevent that mate. And again here, I looked at it, and the engine says I'm supposed to play d takes c, and I, again, still do not understand why. I guess I just didn't, I'm not getting it, I guess. So I played here. I like this move. I think I can, if he plays right, we'll probably just trade down, and I'll have a clearly, easily won ending. But he actually resigned at this point. He can't take this pawn with his queen because I just come here. His queen can't really retreat to any square to avoid this nice attack that he has to protect this mate, so I guess he has to come here. And my plan, my thought process was, his queen comes here, I'll take, and I would even play something like here, a d2, forcing him to take with the bishop, I take with the knight, king takes, and then I take on f4. And everything looks like, I gave up a pawn in that line, but I was already winning so much, and I get this pawn back for it, so I could simply just play bishop e6 there, castle queenside, line up my rooks, and it would probably be a pretty won game. So, as you can see, I gained 15 rating points for that, so I'm at 2174 now. 2174 is like roughly 100 and a few points under the last spot on the leaderboard, so I have to keep playing strong games and being really focused during this journey. The good thing about this, I don't know exactly how, if my opponent, if he plays the Grab every time. I doubt it. I think maybe he was just trying something new, and I'm the benefactor of that experiment of his, because clearly the Grab is a little questionable, but at least I took advantage of it, at least I exploited it, and he is a good player, so even if he's playing kind of a screwy opening, it's not easy to win. So I'm really happy with this game, and I'll keep playing and find new games to submit and upload them on video. And I'll get my next video up soon, and hopefully I can win some more and get closer to that leaderboard. Alright, later.